Okay, so we have a new trailer for Lanterns. San Diego Comic-Con is going on as I speak right now, and obviously that means that we are getting new trailers for upcoming movies, TV shows from different, Marvel, DC, and just like, pop culture, just in general and stuff like that, or nerd culture and stuff like that. But obviously, Lanterns is the next DCU project in the DCU franchise of movies and everything, and it comes out August 16th. But with, San Diego Comic-Con and everything, we did get a new trailer for Lanterns, and it's 3 minutes long. It's a pretty long trailer, and I would say, and I feel like a lot of people, I have been seeing a lot of people react to this trailer positively. It seems like this trailer, and I think also the last trailer they had, but specifically this trailer that they had for Lanterns, definitely has a lot of people more on board for this show, and I love to see it. Ever since the first trailer for this show came out, I know there was a lot of people who didn't like the fact that it wasn't, or the first trailer wasn't just straight out like showing cosmic, space stuff happening and them using the constructs and everything, and like it feeling like I guess, what was the term that people used, no country for old lantern for old lanterns and everything, and it having a western vibe, and it having a lot more like brown and grayish scenes instead of like, bright, cosmic colors and everything. But I feel like every trailer since the first trailer, and I enjoyed the first trailer. I think it was a nice tease of like, hey, this is like, gonna be set on Earth and everything, and it's going to be dealing with a Earth-based crime mystery, or extraterrestrial mystery. But obviously, as we get more trailers and more footage of this show, obviously we're going to get more cosmic things going on and everything, and this trailer definitely captures all of that. It definitely captures the fact that yes, this is still a crime detective, true detective type show, but also this is still a cosmic superhero, space cops with Green Lanterns and everything, and this trailer is definitely a nice blend of both of those things. But yeah, man, I thought this trailer was really good. Honestly, if I'm being real, I probably shouldn't have watched this trailer. Like, honestly, I feel like I've seen enough already from the first two trailers that we've already gotten, that like just seeing this trailer, like I mean, I'm glad I definitely watched this trailer, but like I think I could have gone without seeing this trailer. But obviously, I want to talk about it on the trailer and on the channel and everything. But yeah, this was a very good trailer. It starts off with, it starts off pretty funny with Ari and Pierre like sleeping in like a motel or something, and then someone walks in and just they splash like water on them, and then we realize that it's Hal Jordan trying to basically wake John Stewart up so he can start training him and everything. And that, I don't know, that scene kind of just reminded me of like I don't know, like a boot camp, or like some like soldier boot camp scenario where like you have like the I don't know, the officer or the commander waking you up with water to get you up at like early in the morning so you can start training or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, obviously we get that scene, but that is followed by like a scene of, Hal training John and basically trying to get him to create a construct, or any type of construct at all. And it leads to another funny moment of him creating something, but the thing that he creates is just like a little bird. And it's actually funny because that scene of him creating that little bird does come back around again later in the trailer. You see that same bird again later on in the trailer, so I thought that was funny as well. Obviously, we get more details on the plot of the show and basically what's going on in terms of like the crime mystery part of the show. And this trailer reveals that the thing that Hal and John are investigating are these aliens called Manhunters. Now, I am not a Green Lantern aficionado or like a Green Lantern expert when it, I don't know, comes to like the lore of Green Lanterns, but apparently Manhunters are or I think Manhunters were originally created by the Guardians before the Guardians made the Green Lanterns, or I guess the Manhunters were created by the Guardians to be, I guess, essentially they were their original space cops and everything, and it seems like they eventually turned bad or became evil, and so I'm guessing this show is going to be dealing with the Manhunters committing these crimes around this small town, and Hal and John having to investigate and figure out, you know, what's going on and everything. Once again, we do get that shot of Hal like rolling up to some diner in the small town or in somewhat, and obviously we get that shot of him like wrapping himself around in like a construct to protect himself from like a bunch of military or I don't even know who these guys are that are shooting at him, but I'm guessing they don't want him to figure out whatever is going on or something. I have no idea. But we get that scene again, and I gotta say, yeah, the constructs do look really good in this show. We do get one shot of, I think it's of John and Hal in the middle of the night in some like large field, and it looks like John is able to create some large mechanical it kind of looks like a saw a little bit, but also it looks like a giant engine of some sorts. I don't know what they're gonna be using that for, but yeah, that looked cool. We do get a scene of John putting his hand through some rectangle or square looking, I don't know if that's like a construct that he's made or like a alien machine thing. I have no idea, but we do see that same bird that was at the beginning of that trailer that, you know, John made the construct of like fly across the screen. So it's gonna be funny to see if that bird just randomly shows up throughout the series as like John tries to construct like different other constructs that are not that bird. That's gonna be funny. We get another scene, and I believe this is a Manhunter. It looks like a Manhunter. And when they said Manhunter in the trailer, or my first like initial thought was like, oh, are they talking about Martian Manhunter? But they're obviously not talking about Martian Manhunter. But that's the first thing that I thought of when, you know, he said Manhunter. But I think we have one scene of a Manhunter, and it seems like they can shape, or I guess like transform into like different people or shapeshift into different people. And so we see one scene of a person turning into like this a taller looking creature or like alien in this scene, and so I'm assuming that is a Manhunter. Okay, so obviously the big thing that we saw in this trailer was that we finally got to see our first look at Sinestro, and it is he looks, or I guess Sinestro in this trailer, he looks pretty good. Obviously Hal shows up to, I guess like Sinestro is in some space prison or something, and Hal just rolls up in like his Green Lantern costume. And I gotta say, I think last trailer they had Hal in his Green Lantern costume, and I think it was only one shot of him in it, but I did say I think that I wasn't really a fan of it and I didn't really like it, but I think in this trailer it does look better. It does look a lot more, I guess, greener in some shots in this trailer. I don't know if it's just like I don't know, maybe it's the lighting in some shots that make it look different. I don't know, because in the last trailer, it looked more yellowish, I guess. But in this trailer, like, it has a more greener tone to it. So I don't know if it's just in some scenes it's more greener, and then in some scenes it just looks a little bit more yellowish. I have no idea. But I think in this trailer, the suit definitely looks better. It definitely looks way more like worn down, and like it looks like it's been through years and years and years of like battle, I don't know, worn and torn from like battles and like different damages, and so that I think is cool. But yeah, we get another shot of Hal wearing goggles, and I think in the same shot he's making like this tornado or like whirl, I don't know what he's making. He's making some like, you know, sand dust freaking tornado thing to like pull someone up or something like that. And like I said, the constructs, I know this is a TV show, but the constructs do look really cool. And in this trailer, we get Hal, you know, saying the iconic Green Lantern slogan, you know, in brightest day, in blackest night, you know, no evil shall escape my sight, and everything. We get that slogan in this trailer, and it is really cool that, you know, we're actually getting the thing that, you know, the Green Lantern say from the comic books and everything in that iconic line. So that's cool. And then we get another scene, it's at the end of the trailer actually, of Hal making a construct for some woman, and I think it's like a cork screw or something like that. I think it's like something that you use to like unhinge the caps of like beers or like bottles or like whatever. That is a very Hal Jordan thing to do in that moment. And like I said, just the tiniest details of him creating like a little corkscrew for that moment, and like the constructs look cool. The space and cosmic stuff looks cool. The mystery and like the detective vibes, and it also feeling like a Western too. All those things had me very interested and excited for this show. Oh, the last thing that I forgot to mention is that Guy Gardner is in this trailer as well, and he looks he looks so out of place, but also like so like right for this show at the same time. I don't know, it's weird. The fact that like obviously this is connected, you know, the DCU is connected, and Guy Gardner was in Superman, and he's also in this show. It's gonna be interesting to see how his character is handled in this show versus something like Superman, which is way more lighthearted and more comedic, I would say, in tone. While this is definitely going to have a more serious tone, it's going to be like a drama. So it's going to be interesting to see how his character reacts and talks to like this version of Hal Jordan and John Stewart, and how they're going to interact with each other. So that's going to be interesting to see as well. But yeah, man, leave down in the comment sections below. Are you excited for the new Lantern show coming out August 16th? Or are you not excited? Did this trailer not get you excited for the show? Leave all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment sections below. And yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. So yeah, bye.